let's talk about this thing that can sometimes happen when you're manifesting a specific person. Now, this doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens to some people. And I'm going to explain what I think is happening here. So we'll have people that come in and they want to manifest their SP, and then they discover how, how manifestation works, working on their self-concept, changing their stories. And they'll get to a point where they're like, I don't even want SP anymore. Now, some people will have actually been scared, like, oh my God, I don't want to not want them anymore. Like, I love them. I want to be with them. You don't have to be scared and think that you're not going to want them. But I think from clients that I've worked with and stories that I've read and seen, I think what happens here is people that get to a point where they don't want their SP anymore probably didn't actually want them in the first place. They just wanted to feel loved and wanted and chosen by them. But then when they changed their self-concept and they realised they didn't need that validation from that person, it's sort of like something got taken out of their brain, like, I don't need that person to give that to me anymore. So, and I'm not saying this applies to everyone, but just from my experience with people that do get to that point, I feel like they didn't actually really want that person. They thought they wanted that person, but then it was probably they wanted to feel what that person would make them feel, like loved and adored and chosen. And then when they changed the story and they changed their self-concept and they realised it wasn't that person that they needed the validation from, it was yourself, that's when they're like, oh, I don't actually want that person. But I'm not saying this is going to happen to you, or this is something that will happen to you, or you're not going to want them, or you don't really want your person. I'm just saying I think that is the case for some people. Like, you might think you want a person, but really you just want to be loved. You just want to be chosen. Whereas some people probably do just want that person, like with my husband who I'm with now, I wanted him. Like, I wanted him. I didn't want, like, obviously I want to be loved and wanted and chosen, all those things, but it wasn't just that I wanted him. I wanted him and I got him. And I love him so much. And he loves me so much too. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to put my take on that, because I know some people like, oh yeah, well, I think some people doubt that manifestation works when it comes to that as well, because they're like, well, you don't even want your SP anymore. But I think it's when you rewind and you go backwards and you look at what you were thinking, where your self-concept was when you initially wanted that person, you probably didn't feel good enough. You probably felt like people can't be trusted, or people always cheat, or you're going to be left, or you weren't chosen, or there was a third party. And we just so badly want to be wanted. We so badly want to be chosen. We so badly want to be loved. And we want it from that person. But then once we've changed our self-concept and we know we don't need it from that person, we give it to ourselves, that person's going to reflect it back. But then you're like, actually, I don't actually want you. I could probably get someone 10 times better. Like, speaking, not necessarily like, oh, someone's better than that person, because you can still have that person. But I'm just saying, like, I think that's just what happens. That's just my take on it anyway. I could be wrong. This is just my perception of it. This is what I think happens. So don't worry if you manifest a specific person thinking that you don't actually want them. Some people do want that person, but some people think they want a person, but they just want what that person makes them feel. And then when they change their self-concept, they realise that person really ain't shit, But maniself. What am I talking about? Manifest the most beautiful, amazing love with your specific person. And you do this by working on you, by becoming the other half. I am the girlfriend, I am the wife, I am the husband, I'm the partner. I am so easily loved and committed to, and I love how easy it is for people to love me, because I'm just so lovable, and I'm always wanted. I've always been wanted. People never leave me. Like, everyone's affirmations are going to be different, but this is just like examples, Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I just wanted to give my take on why I think some people no longer want their SP. That's just my perception.